What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to go over the sleaziest thing that FreshandFit has ever done. That's a pretty strong statement of itself. I'm going to share my personal conversation with Myron so you guys can get a behind-the-scenes look at how FreshandFit is trying to get other content creators canceled. So in all honesty, I thought I was done making videos about FreshandFit. I had already called out some of their bad ideas in the past. I already drew attention to the fact that they can be massive hypocrites, and I was kind of over it. Like, I already moved on to different topics. If you noticed, during Fresh's whole sugar baby controversy, I didn't make a single video on that topic. It had just simply become stale for me. But this latest incident is just way too much for me to ignore. This is by far the sleaziest shit that FreshandFit has ever done. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about FreshandFit maliciously abusing YouTube's copyright system in order to silence other content creators and get them taken down. Now, why do I say maliciously abusing? So if you're not a YouTube content creator, this may seem a little confusing, so I'm going to explain it in a very, very plain way. YouTube has a doctrine called fair use. That means that you guys are allowed to take 1/3 of this video, half of this video, 2/3 of this video, comment on it or criticize it, and that fully falls under fair use. I cannot do a single thing about that. The only thing you guys are not allowed to do is take this full video from start to finish and just put it on your YouTube channel without altering it in any way, because that does not fall under fair use. So this is something that every single fucking YouTuber knows, and FreshandFit knows this as well. How do I know that they know this? Well, because they do it quite often. On their channel, they show, videos of other content creators and they comment on it or they criticize it, right? So they've done this time and time again. So they know about fair use and they don't give a shit. So what FreshandFit is doing right now is they're abusing the system in order to try to silence other content creators. And this is just so fucking ironic because Myron used to constantly bitch about cancel culture. Oh, cancel culture this, they're trying to get us canceled, we gotta stick together in the manosphere, blah, blah, blah. And what does he do? Goes down and tries to get other content creators canceled. Now you might be thinking, okay, but if they're fully within the wrong, how would that get other people canceled? Well, the issue is that YouTube is not a perfect system. Right, so for example, you could false copy strike my channel and YouTube might take months to get to the appeal. So when YouTube gets a letter from our lawyer, they react, by maybe temporarily giving a channel a strike, and then you appeal it, and it ultimately usually works out in the end. But again, it's not a perfect system. So if you're not a big YouTuber who has a YouTube rep, this could really fuck you in the ass. And again, FreshandFit knows this. So the guys who are constantly bitching about cancel culture go out and try to get other people canceled. So I first heard about this 2 days ago, and honestly, I thought there was some misunderstanding here. Like maybe, FreshandFit's assistant did this. Maybe I just misread the situation. So I directly reached out to Myron to talk about this. Now, it's not like me and Myron are buddies. Like, I'm not really that fond of the guy, but I also have nothing against him. Like, we have communicated in the past several times regarding YouTube incidents. So, like, here's an example, right? So around August, when they were getting to launch their seeking arrangement video, I sent him a message just politely giving him a heads up. I said, yo, even though I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of shit you guys say, felt like it was the right thing to let you know this. I saw you're planning on talking about SA game. I did that half a year ago and relentlessly got assaulted by social justice warriors. The backlash was out of control. Also, the SA legal team sent me a cease and desist. There's a high probability that the mass reporting can get you canceled. Just heads up. Thanks for heads up. We will be careful. This is purely out of professional courtesy. I don't have any kind of affinity for FreshandFit, obviously. I would do that for any content creator who I felt was about to make a mistake that could get them canceled. Simply because I felt like a sense of camaraderie. Like, you're a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber, you're in the manosphere, I'm in the manosphere, right? Like, I don't want to see people bleed for no reason. Although this latest incident kind of changes things because I feel like they completely crossed the line with this. So I reached out to him again. And again, my intention wasn't to make a video on this. My intention was just to have a simple dialogue and resolve the whole thing. Because again, I thought it was a misunderstanding. Because even though I think FreshandFit can be really fucking shady, I thought there was some line that they wouldn't cross. One thing that we all in the manosphere agree on, whether you're red pill, you're black pill, you're blue pill, you're orange pill, is that cancel culture is fucked up and we don't want to contribute to it. So I thought Myron had that basic human decency, but apparently I was wrong. So I sent him this message. Yo, man, even though I don't agree with a lot of shit you guys do, I still always wished you the best, which is true. I did always wish them the best up until this point. But this channel strike shit is extremely fucked up. You constantly talk about cancel culture and whatnot, but that is literally exactly what you're contributing to now with this nonsense. Not sure if you're aware, but YouTube explicitly allows content creators to reuse other people's content for criticism and commentary without permission from the party. Furthermore, abusing reporting system is grounds for media channel termination, which is true. And lastly, you're opening yourself up to all kinds of lawsuits, also true. So if you falsely copyright strike someone, which interferes with their business and costs them revenue, they can countersue you and you will lose a lot of money. I'm giving you a courtesy of a heads up man to man before this goes further. Again, trying to communicate to him like a decent fucking human being. And he responds with, we have a legal full team doing this. Stop making videos on us. I warned you before, now you're on notice. The most fucking dickish fucking response ever. And he's like, I warned you before, now you're on notice. You're putting me on notice because I gave you a professional heads up about something that people are allowed to do in general. That's like me saying, guys, I am putting you on notice because you did not like my last video. And if you don't like my last video again, I will report to you YouTube and you're gonna be fucking done. I'm putting you guys on notice. Like, you're like, dude, we don't have to like your videos. It's like, dude, I don't have to not criticize and not call out the dumb shit that you guys do. If you want people to stop criticizing you, then stop doing dumb shit. And this is a perfect example of the dumb shit that I'm talking about. Like, FreshandFit was actually on a pretty good streak lately. Like, they had some big content creators on. They were kind of growing faster. And what did they do? They're not like, you know what, let's enjoy our success. Let's maybe learn from mistakes. No, let's do some fucking new dumb shit and unite every YouTube content creator against us and piss everybody off. So that's their fucking logic. So I respond with, and here I thought I could talk to you like a normal human being. I'll phrase this a different way then. All the videos on my channel very clearly fall under fair use. And if you attempt to maliciously report them because you like to silence criticism, we'll respond with legal action. And again, I'm not a fan of legal anything. Like, this is not how I roll. I prefer to talk to people man to man, like just a decent human being. I almost never, get lawyers involved. But, if he is gonna go after me maliciously, then I have no other choice, right? And also, like, let's not beat around the bush. At the end of the day, this is not about privacy. This is not about defamation, which is what FreshandFit likes to talk about. Like, oh, we have to protect ourselves from defamation. Okay, if you want to protect yourself from defamation, then go ahead and sue people for defamation. Because if you can prove in court that someone defamed you, then you can win a lot of fucking money. But they're not doing that. They're not going after people for defamation. They're doing false copyright strikes. So they're going after people on the one grounds where they know YouTube has a crack in their system as a way to try to control a narrative. It's about silencing the critics. It's about controlling narrative. It's like, it kind of fucking sucks that, like, when we do fucked up sleazy shit, people call us out on it. We have two options. We can stop doing fucked up sleazy shit. Nah, we're gonna take most of our money, spend it on a bunch of sleazy lawyers, and try to cancel people and silence them. Like, that's their fucking logic right now. He says, okay, there's plenty of things you can make content on, but feel free to continue making videos about us. You're on notice. I gladly will. I was done making videos about you, but you brought this on yourself by acting like a total dipshit. And you're putting me on notice for something that I'm fully allowed to do. Okay, but please feel free to waste your money on having your lawyer go through this video. They'll tell you the same exact thing. I say, here's a link to YouTube's policy, and you might want to read it before you self-destruct your channel and brand. And again, like, this is what they're doing. They're literally self-destructing because their fragile egos can't handle criticism. Okay, so he responds, again, we have a legal team on this. They know the laws, and YouTube has copyright stricken those channels because the lawyers found a legal basis to do so. No, you found a bunch of lawyers who are going to take your money and just cater to your whims and engage in these frivolous lawsuits. In the end, and this is already happening, a lot of the people who got the channel strikes have already won the appeal. YouTube has literally already said, like, hey, we know you're doing some frivolous fucking shit, and we actually need you guys to supply proof that people are violating your copyright. So YouTube is already onto them. So no, it's not because the YouTube found a legal basis. It's because they're taking your money and they want to show you something for it. It's like, oh, let's just submit these appeals. You got some intern in the law firm who's just like filing off a bunch of these appeals. If you continue to mention us, I will have my legal team go through your videos and act accordingly based on the law. Please do. Make hit piece on us at your own risk. Never made a single hit piece on you. Always been very fair and objective. I agree that other content creators have, but I've never made a hit piece on you. You will be warned and you will no longer monetize at our expense. And this last thing is so laughable because he thinks it's all about the money. He thinks it's about monetization. First of all, every single video I have on FreshandFit is demonetized. I did that on purpose to show that this is not about the money. This video will also be demonetized. Again, it's not about me making an extra $50. It has nothing to do with money. Secondly, my business model has almost nothing to do with YouTube ads. It's a very, very small percentage of my revenue. And thirdly, like, again, you think this is about the money because everything for you is about the money. It's not about the money for me. This is about drawing attention to some sleazy ass fucking shit that you're doing. So anyway, so that was the interaction that we had. And again, like, I found this whole thing so ironic because we have a guy who constantly bitches about cancel culture and goes out and tries to get other people canceled. And again, I'm not gonna say it's just Myron, it's their whole fucking team. Like, this is what they're spending your money on. So you guys give them, this is the sad thing, you guys give them $500 or $300 super chats. I use the word you guys loosely because I'm assuming most people watching this video or I'm actually contributing to that. And what do they do with that money? They don't donate to charity, they don't spend it on improving their shit. They spend it on hiring a bunch of sleazy lawyers who are gonna go out and try to get other content creators canceled. It's so fucked up. Like, I think by doing this, FreshandFit has become literally an enemy to the manosphere because you're directly responsible for other content creators getting canceled. You're also drawing a lot of heat on this community, which we don't need. And secondly, you're becoming an enemy to free speech. This is how democracy works. You talk about shit and you have the right to criticize me. If you don't like that, go to fucking communist China where you can't criticize shit. Yeah, like that's a great world to live in where you just can't talk about anything because what, it hurt your feelings? That's what it is about at the end of the day. People who criticize FreshandFit, it hurts their feelings. And this is the only way they can respond, right? And they talk about defamation, pure nonsense. Sue someone for defamation then. Don't sue them for copyright strikes. You know, like don't fucking try to get people canceled. Like that's not what this is about. I mean, anyway, this is probably the most animated I've ever gone during a video. But again, I just think this shit is so fucked up. And I think this is gonna work against them. And I think it's important for FreshandFit's audience to hold them accountable. Like don't let this shit slide. Like even if you enjoy their content, like this is a big fucking thing. Like we can all agree that cancel culture is fucked up. So if your favorite content creator is directly contributing to that, you should hold them accountable. It's funny because FreshandFit actually made a post about this earlier today, bragging about how oh, we got a full legal team on staff, blah blah blah, and they got insane backlash. Like everyone was like, dude, like you're fucked up, you shouldn't do this, and they had to delete the post 2 hours later. Because their audience is like, dude, what you're doing is super fucked up and we know it. And it's so funny how they try to control a narrative. Like in their fucking super chats, they just delete every negative comment. In the Reddit, they ban people who criticize them. Like these guys have such fragile egos, they can't handle any criticism. And instead of learning from their mistakes, what do? They try to silence it. It's funny because when they had their whole little meltdown a few months ago, I legitimately thought they turned a new leaf. Like I was like, yo, these guys finally get it, you know, that you probably shouldn't keep lying to people, keep scamming, keep doing sleazy shit like this. It seemed like they turned a new leaf, but they didn't learn a single fucking thing. They didn't learn anything, and that's the sad part. So I'm highly disappointed. I hope that if FreshandFit watches this video, they finally come to their senses and realize what they're doing is extremely fucked up. This goes beyond like, you know, like, oh, red pill, blue pill, black pill. This goes beyond like, you know, internet rivalry. Like we all are in the manosphere and we all agree cancel culture is fucked up. And you're going to directly contribute to that? Like get the fuck out of here with that shit. It's fucking preposterous. Anyways, everything in this video is purely my opinion. This is purely entertainment video. So don't take anything I said here seriously. Thank you guys for watching and until next time.